In this video, I will describe to you a technique that can be used to change almost any aspect of your life. For example, when are you going to finally lose that weight or implement that healthy lifestyle that you've been wanting to for so long? Or how, after all these years of wanting so badly to stop smoking, are you still smoking cigarettes? Or maybe it's more personal than that. Are you afraid that you're going to be alone forever? That you're never going to experience love again in your life because even though you've been wanting it really badly, you still have not found that ideal partner or even ideal friends or even any friends. There are so many more possible examples, but you know the thing or things that are eating at you. The things that are just not happening, even though you want them to happen really badly. And maybe sometimes when you try really hard, you are able to change these behaviors or implement these new practices. But inevitably you go back to your old ways, the changes don't last, you start smoking again, you start eating garbage, you stop going to the gym, you just sitting at home watching Netflix instead of being social, or negativity and self-doubt creep back into your mind, so you start being all negative about everything again. Huh? Yes? I thought so. So then, what's the deal? What mechanism of the mind seemingly compels me to sabotage myself? Well, the answer lies in the subconscious mind, of course. But there's all kinds of conflicting information on the subconscious mind, especially on the internet. It's all wildly confusing and elaborate and blah, blah, blah. Use this super complicated technique or that super complicated technique. But the reality is much more simple than that. So simple that it is completely overlooked by the conscious mind. It all boils down to this law of the mind. The dominant image that is held in the mind becomes the dominant image that is experienced. It's that simple. Now, at first you might think, whoa, what, some big revelation. But no, actually, it's the law of the mind that is already governing your life. You're just unaware of it. You're unable to lose weight because somewhere in your mind is still an image that has you overweight. You're unable to stop smoking or drinking or whatever because in your mind there is an image of you doing these behaviors. You are still alone and without companionship because every time you focus on how lonely you feel, it produces an image in the mind of you being alone. And remember, I am not talking about the conscious mind, which is only 5% of our experience. I am talking of the subconscious mind, which is 95%. Do your own research on this, okay? It is 95% of what determines our experience is the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind does not care what is good for you or what is not good for you, what is positive or what is negative. The only thing that matters is the image that is in the mind, because the subconscious mind is always seeking to equalize the internal image with the external image. But how does it do this? It does this by magic? No. It does this by converting the image in the mind into thoughts, feelings, sensations, emotions, and beliefs, which then determine your actions. And it is your actions that construct the image that was once in here, now into your external experience. This is why you are still overweight, because you have not gone to the root of the issue and changed the image. Somewhere in your mind, there is still the image of you being overweight. And so the subconscious compels you into actions that will construct and manifest this into a reality. It seemingly irresistibly compels you to eat that chocolate cake or to skip going to the gym. Because if you didn't eat that cake and you went to the gym, that would change the image that it has of who you are, of what you are. And it can't do that. So it will compel you into things that seem to be, well, all these negative behaviors that just can't change because the image hasn't changed. The same is true with smoking or drinking or drug addiction of any kind. Somewhere, probably buried deep in your mind, is the image of you partaking in these behaviors, or of you being an addict. But addiction pales in comparison to what we are talking about here. You can easily overcome addiction when you learn to harness the power of your subconscious mind. Well, so this is all great, Nate, but how do we change the image? Get to the point. Okay, well, we change the image by changing the image. We have to conceive in our mind an image of ourself that embodies all of the changes that we wish to implement in our life. We don't think anything about the past images. We don't give any reality to the past whatsoever. This is why people perpetuate the past, because they use the past as the image of who they are in the present, and therefore creates who they will become in the future. No, we have to totally let go of the image of who we thought we were or who we were in the past, all right? And we have to construct a new image in every detail. This is a meditation, okay? Let's say, for example, that I want to construct an image to finally help me lose weight and implement the lifestyle of health, all right? I do not give any credence whatsoever to me being overweight in any fashion. I don't think, oh, I want to be healthy. Oh, I don't see me losing weight. No, I construct an image of my mind of an absolutely perfectly healthy individual that's radiating from the eyes, health and vitality, that you can see the spirit in this person's eyes. And you can see how healthy and good they feel. You feel how good this person feels, this image, you have to feel it, how good it feels to be so healthy and clean and pure and happy. You're getting chills just talking or thinking about it. This is how real the image has to become. And you do this over and over. Repetition. Repetition is the only way. Well, there's a couple ways, but really is the only way to get to the subconscious mind. All right? And now you don't need to do any kind of special, you don't have to willpower it to happen. You don't have to do any kind of seance or anything like that. All that has to happen, you have to construct this image one good solid time so it's crystal clear, and then repeatedly expose the eye of your mind to this image of this healthy individual I was just talking about. Now that you've got the image, repeatedly, every time you can think about it, the more often you do it, the quicker it's going to happen. Every time you can think about it, go for it. Just implant the image in the mind. It doesn't have to take a long time. It just has to be repetitive. Every time. All right? Anytime that there's negativity or self-doubt or a negative self-image, boom, implant this positive image that is the polar opposite of all these other things, and completely let go of the negative image. All right? Now I use the example of weight loss, but you can use this with any behavior whatsoever. Just construct the image in your mind of an individual or an experience or whatever it might be for you that is the shining example, the total opposite of everything you want to leave behind, and then never think about those things again. Don't allow the image of who you've been in the past to create who you are becoming now and in the future. Do you understand? That's why people never change, or it's cycles repeat themselves, or patterns within people just keep self-perpetuating because they never change the image. That's all it takes. That is all it takes. Someday, when the time is right, I will explain my personal story, but that time is not now. Just, you can take my word for it. I have used this exact technique to move mountains in my life, and it works. It works. You just have to repeat it. You have to repeatedly do it. All right? And you will experience very quickly, depending on the frequency of doing it, changes start to happen in your life. Yeah? Old behaviors just fall by the wayside. But don't don't pay them any mind. That's the key. And then one day you'll just see that, oh, wow, I don't feel compelled to eat that chocolate cake anymore. I feel instead compelled to go to the gym. Or cigarettes disgust me. Cigarettes disgust me. Yes, that will just happen to you one day. Once the subconscious, through enough time and repetition, takes hold of the concept of the image. It's all about the image. Once it takes hold of the image, it will begin to dictate your actions to equalize this image. And you will be disgusted by cigarettes or alcohol, or you will just have no desire whatsoever. But if you keep harboring the image of, I'm an alcoholic, or I'm an addict, or I smoke I'm trying so hard to quit. I just want so badly to quit smoking cigarettes. Yeah, well, all the subconscious mind sees is cigarettes. That's it. Or alcohol, or drinking, or whatever. That's all the subconscious mind is seeing. So even though your desire is so strongly, you want to be you don't want to be this person anymore, that doesn't matter. That's not how it works. How it works is the image. And so implant the image of a shining, healthy, clean, sober, vibrantly, vitally alive person. Yes? That others respect, that is worthy of companionship because he shows companionship, he shows respect to others, and so he is worthy of respect. He doesn't need to try and get respect because he gives respect. Yes? And this is the loop. This is how it works. And so we have to construct this image in our mind and do not be concerned about the results. It will happen. It's the law of the mind. It will happen. Okay, my friends? Whew. All right. Well, let me know if you have any questions. And good luck.